What up, what up? Told you, yo, I'm on a roll right now. Anyways, this is TeeWhy Blog part 7. This is something that frustrates me so much. It's kind of, remember how I told you about earlier about the social issue things? Okay, well, it's kind of something like that, but, actually, I'm not going to beat around the bush. It is this. Okay, so today I get a text message, right? It goes, hey, how are you? How you been? How you doing? I've been wondering how you've been and what you've been up to, and blah 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 blah. So, anyways, I reply, I've been good, just doing nothing different than what I usually do: play basketball, work out, and chill. So I reply and I'm like, how you been? They basically replied back, going on about themselves and themselves and themselves. So this is my problem. Why are you gonna ask me a question like how am I doing, how you been? Let me know. I'm gonna answer your question, and you don't answer my reply. You don't reply back to my reply. So basically, you're disregarding what I'm saying. Clearly, the only reason why you asked me is because you wanted me to ask you the same damn question. Because maybe you're looking for attention, and you can't find it from anybody else on your phone, and who really cares about what you're doing. That's what I think. I think a lot of people who ask everyone else how they're doing, and the person tells them, because maybe I guess in a way maybe more people are like, oh, how you doing? I'm okay. How are you? I'm good. So conversation ends right there, or the person's like, oh, you're boring, because why? Because you're saying two words, and what do you want me to say to you? I don't know. Right now my mind's messed up right now, and it just pisses me off. I can't stand it. I know so many people like this. Why? Or for instance, people who try to outshow you or something. So you're talking about, oh well, guess what I bought today, right? Just random. Just say like you bought 3 pair of shoes. Oh well, last week I bought 7 pair of shoes, 5 pair of jeans, and 9 pair of shirts. So why are you gonna outshow me? Why are you gonna tell me your most expensive pair of shoe is a lot more than my TV or something? Why do you have to rub that in? That's what I mean. Like, I don't get it. Why are people so selfish nowadays? Why are people so like all about themselves? And it's the people that you kind of like really least expect it. People who aren't really that good looking. People who aren't that popular. People who aren't like like who make a lot of money. It's mostly those people who I just labeled who are the ones that are selfish. People like me, right? I grew up poor, had nothing. Basically, what I'm wearing, what I have is basically what I like got on my own because I worked for it. So I can dress well. So I know how to play basketball. So I know how to talk to people. So I'm popular. So a lot of people know me. So like, who cares, right? That's the thing. Who cares? But then I get, oh, you're cocky. Why? Because I'm good at basketball? When do you ever hear me talk about basketball? Nobody, people who know me never ever hear me talk about basketball. People who want to know me never ask me about basketball. I'm not, I'm not the type of person to be like, oh, guess what I do? Well, I play basketball, right? You know that, right? And they're like, oh, yeah, 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 cool, cool. Like, I'm not gonna sit there and spill my life if you don't really care about it, because I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna sit there and tell you from day one when I play basketball to the last day to the last recent day I play ball. You're not gonna care about my accomplishments in basketball. Why are you gonna sit there and listen? No. Why are you gonna sit there and care? Right? That's how I feel. So my personal thing with basketball, I don't say nothing to nobody because I feel the same way. I feel the same way as people only care about interests if they have that interest in common. Say smoking weed. I don't smoke weed. I think it's retarded. People who do it, whatever. People do it way too much. People who do it very often, I'm still not cool with it. But at the same time, people can sit there and talk about how big of a blunt they smoked, how many ounces they smoked in a day, how many pounds they bought. I don't understand that. I don't care. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. Don't tell me about your weed stories, right? Don't tell me about your drunken stories because I don't drink either. And if I do, it's like I rarely drink. I've been through my drinking stages. I'm not gonna sit here and talk to you, have a whole conversation about getting drunk and how fun it was, or like, I don't care because I'm not gonna sit there and tell you about my drunk stories unless me and you actually talk want to have a drunk story conversation. That's different. That's really different. But I'm just saying, people will only care, not care. People will only jump in if it's kind of like the same interest. But for me, if I don't like certain thing like reggae music or dancehall, the other day I was up in my sister's room. Some like artist came down on Canada Day. I can't even say his name. But anyways, he came down. I asked her, I'm like, who? I'm like, have you ever heard of him? She's like, yeah, he's pretty popular. I'm like, okay. So I asked her to play something of him. So she played something. I never heard it before, but I showed interest because that's my sister. I love my sister, and I'm that type of person. I like to show interest and like a lot of things. And it doesn't matter if I don't like it. I'll still show interest. Country music. I don't understand country music. I don't like it. I won't listen to it. But if it's around, if it's playing where I am, I won't bitch about it. I'll just listen to it. I don't care. It's I'm not gonna if that's what they like, then play it. I'm not gonna be like, oh well, I don't like this, so turn it off. Maybe if it's a certain rap song that I hate or R&B song that I hate, I'm gonna tell them, yo, turn it off, change it. That's different. But I mean, my bad. I'm just jumping off track here. But I'm just saying, like, I don't understand it. Don't ask me how I'm doing if you don't care. That's the thing. I would never ask anybody, hey, how are you doing? And not really care. I like to ask a lot of questions because I'm curious. I like to know why people are thinking that way, why people do certain things, why people, I don't know. I'm pretty bad at examples right now, but I like to get in the mind of people to see what they're like, because even if you do know somebody well, you really don't know that person that well. That's how I see it. And if you don't